Hey, welcome back to another Moralis video. My name is Bharat, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about some of the recent updates that we have made to our Solana NFT API, and we're going to go over our metadata endpoint in order to see some of the comprehensive data you now get for any NFT on Solana. So let's get started. So I'm just going to start with showing you the API in action, which you can basically find over at our docs. And you can see our docs is available at docs.moralis.com. And from here, you can find the API reference for any of our supported APIs. And if you look here, we've got the popular APIs by category, or you can also find the APIs by chain. So since we're going to go over our NFT metadata endpoint on Solana, you can go straight ahead and click on Solana API. And once you click on API reference, you can see we've got all of the API categories here. So once you click on NFT API here, you can see we've got the get NFTs by wallet and NFT metadata endpoint. So you can go ahead and click on the NFT metadata endpoint. And what we're going to be seeing is how you can use this endpoint to actually fetch NFT data for any Solana NFT in just one API call. And what we're going to also see is how we've improved this API as well as compared to before. So if you want to check out the improvements and latest features that we've just launched, you can click on changelog, and our changelog is going to show you some of the updates that we have done to our documentation or in terms of our features. And you can see right here we've got our enhanced Solana NFT metadata API. So once you click on this, you can see that we have improved our NFT metadata endpoint with a couple of key improvements such as the enhanced response format. So you can see we've got the trait and values which are going to be returned with every API response. You have also got standardized image URLs across different metadata sources. So depending on whether your metadata for your NFTs on IPFS or Rweave, you're going to get all of that data in a decoded format which you can directly use. You've also got a new properties section within the API response, and that's going to contain data about the creators for the NFT and whether they have share percentage, all of that. So we're going to see the API in action as well. So you can go ahead and click on method documentation, and let's try to look at the API as well. So once you click on method documentation, you can see we're back to our API reference page, and here you can see we've got two path params. One is the network that we want to query this data on, and also the address of the NFT contract that you want to look up. So you can see we have got the request right here. You can get the code snippet across various languages. The only thing you need is a Moralis API key, which you can get from just clicking on get API key here. And as soon as you've signed in, you can see that you can see your dashboard. You have got your API key right here. You can see docs, tutorials, etc. So just copy your API key and come back to our docs. And you can see I've already pasted my API key here. And that's what we see right here. So this shows you like a sample example response. And this is actually showing you the example response for a simple Mad Lads Solana NFT. So let's actually try running this API straight from our docs interface. You can either do it straight from docs, or you can even take the curl command and run it from your terminal. So I'm just going to show you this API from our docs. So you can just click straight test live API from here after you put in your API key. And once you do that, you can see right now that we've got the response, and you can see the address, you can see the mint, you can see the name of the NFT, the symbol, description, and you get the image URLs right straight from here. So you can see we've also got the metadata, original URL, etc. And this shows you like some of the metaplex data as well, like the metadata URI, the update authority, etc. And if your NFT has like traits and values, you're going to see all of that data as well. So I've just got a comparison image that shows you how our APIs used to give you the response before, and you can see right now that our APIs have massively improved because you're now getting a whole lot of data on the NFT itself. So you can see we've got the contract type, the collection data, you've got the properties, you're getting data on the creators, you're also getting the traits, values, etc. So coming back, you can see we've got the traits, values, the contract, collection, the creators, etc. And this is for a Mad Lads NFT. So if you want to test this out for any other NFT, you can just head over to any of your favorite NFT marketplace. You can see I'm on Magic Eden. You can see a bunch of Mad Lads NFTs here. And if you click on any particular NFT, I'm going to show you how you can like retrieve the metadata for this. So what you can do is you can just copy, let's say, let's go back to our NFT metadata endpoint, and let's paste the address of the contract. So for this, let's try to find out the contract address right here. So if you open this, you can see we've got the full page right here. And once we're in the full page, we have got the address right here in the URL. So you can just copy this straight away and go back to our docs. And let's put this in right here. And you can also just test live API straight from here. So once you have done this, you can see we've got madlads1834, and this is the NFT that we just saw. So if you look at the metadata, you've got the traits, you can see we've got the gender, type, expression, etc. You've also got like the collection data. You've got like the collection address, the description, the original image URLs, etc. And this is perfect if you're building like an NFT explorer or marketplace, because you get all of this in just one API call, and you get it in a decoded format, which makes it like super easy for you to show this in your UI. So we're shipping constantly new updates for our NFT APIs, etc. So if you want to check out all of our latest updates, you can just click on changelog, and as you can see within the changelog, we've got the enhanced Solana NFT metadata API. So you can just click on read more, and as you can see, we've got all of the uh, changes, and you've also got the example use cases that you can build. So with this endpoint, you're going to be able to build NFT marketplaces. You can do a lot of collection analysis. You can do creator attribution, and etc. So this is what we've covered in today's video. You've seen how you can use the Solana NFT metadata endpoint in order to fetch the metadata for any Solana NFT. So if you have any questions related to this endpoint, feel free to drop them in the chat and I'll be sure to get to them. And if you haven't subscribed already, stay subscribed so that you can stay tuned for all of our further updates. Thank you.